Hi, good morning and happy Saturday. I have decided that Saturdays are now Stories with Sam Saturdays or something like that, or maybe it'll just be today. But I am preparing to go fully nomadic and I have had to pare down my sweatshirts and like really bulky things that aren't going to pack well. So I have to make sure that the sweaters and jackets that I do take are like really high quality so that they like pack down really well and are still super warm, but also like functional, but I want them to look good. So I've been going through a lot of these and I realized that most of the sweaters and jackets that I have because I did not plan well. I'm not good at packing. I'm not good with packing. So I'm gonna jump into a few stories of a few of these items. All right, here we go. Put my coffee down. So the first story from a jacket that I have is this super cute, I think it's easier to just put it on, sweatshirt that I got in Guatemala. I loved it because it had just enough of the like really, I would say traditional, like a lot of the items that were for sale in Guatemala had this like type of design on it, but was still not like fully looking like a jerga, so that I didn't walk around looking like a total stoner. But it's got this like thing in the hood. But what happened was I had lived in South Florida at the time and I was visiting Guatemala, and you know, on a map, it's like, oh, Guatemala is south of South Florida and it's really warm here, so it'll be fine. What I didn't think about was that I was visiting Lake Atitlan, which is a couple hours from Antigua and Guatemala City, and that it was gonna be really cold up in the mountains, and I didn't think about it. So it turned out to be like 40 degrees at night, and we had these big wool blankets, again, with like really similar, like really good quality designs, but I was freezing. I like was planning on going to El Salvador next and surfing, so the only long sleeve shirt that I had was my surf skin. And I was freezing, so I went to the market and I bought this jacket. And funny enough, the guy who sold it to me, and the reason that I went to that store, had a t-shirt on for Iowa State University. So some traveler at some point must have been to Iowa State or something and like left a shirt there, and this guy was wearing it because I said something about Iowa State and he looked at me like I was insane. So that's where this jacket came from, but it's bulky. It doesn't really fit me that well. I just kind of like wearing it. And that's a story from this jacket from Guatemala. Second one, let's throw this one on. So I have this really nice bench jacket that I got when I was studying abroad in Cyprus. Again, all the pictures of Cyprus look like beaches and fun all the time. And I was studying abroad there in January and February, and I was freaking cold, and all I had was like a light sweater and then this big pea coat that didn't pack down well. So I went shopping one day and I found this jacket and it was on sale for like 60 euros because everything there is expensive. And that was definitely like my budget for the week went into this jacket, but that was over almost 6 years ago, and I still wear it. And I really liked it at the time because it had these super cool like things built in, but they're kind of starting, like these sleeves are starting to like not rot, but like become threadbare. You can kind of see like right there. So that's a story from Cyprus, but the jacket has been to at least all, probably about 8 of the countries that I went to when I was studying abroad, and a few others since then. So I would say this jacket has probably been to at least 15 countries since I purchased it. So one that I probably might hang on to because I really like it for how small it packs up, but might not go with me on my first long-term trip. This one is a very bulky, beautiful cashmere scarf. No, you know what? I think I bought a cashmere sweater that day, but I don't think this is cashmere. So again, I was traveling. This was back when I was in corporate, and I was traveling for work, and I was going up to the Boston area and forgot how cold Boston can be, and my jacket, I was wearing this pea coat that like buttoned down here, and so I was just so cold like on my core up here, that I went and bought this scarf. So this one was a gift from my previous employer, if you will. But again, because like, why don't I just look at the weather and like figure out if it's gonna be warm there or like what I should wear. I just don't think I have a concept of what what 40 degrees is and like what that feels like. Because again, and here's my last item, is this beautiful Patagonia jacket, that I got when I was in Las Vegas just a few weeks ago. Because again, Vegas, desert, super hot, not in December. It was like 40 degrees at night. I was freezing. I just like wasn't having a good time. Like, you know, you're allowed to like drink on the street there and drinks are cold, and I didn't bring gloves or a heavy coat. I had like a jean jacket and like a long sleeve shirt. It wasn't enough. So I went and got this super nice Patagonia coat, but this is one that I will be taking with me because it's packs very small, packs like this big, and it's super warm, and I'll be able to get by when I'm in Germany this spring with it. So are there items that you end up always buying on trips? Let me know in the comments. And if you have like really great recommendations for items that I should bring with me to northern Germany this spring, also let me know those in the comments, because I'd really like to not have to buy yet another sweatshirt or coat while I'm traveling. So that's been my stories this Saturday. Thank you for following along. Always remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel and keep following along. Thank you.